Our hair, both of our hair, is on and popping this morning.
No, yours looks good. Mine looks like a toupee. It looks insanely fake.
It's faking it.
Yeah. There's one thing I don't fake. It's my hair. All natural. I'm worn out this morning, tired. Overslept a little bit. Not by a lot, but I remember my alarm going off. And then my body be hurting. We did some work yesterday.
Yeah. It was the heat, too.
Yeah. I feel it in my arms. And my shoulders, I guess, up there in that area. I guess that video, I don't know if that was a horsefly.
It was something.
Will that video be coming out today or tomorrow?
Today.
Okay, so you guys will see later today. We did something we've needed to do for a while. Very happy, very excited. Kind of a one-day project type thing. It'll be on the Crocker Life. It won't be on the Crockers. There may be a video coming out on the Crockers today. There may not. You guys have to stick around and find out. But we're not trying to rush anything. It was another partial day of running and getting stuff we need. All that type of stuff. So we're not trying to rush any of the builds. Again, there may or may not be a video today on the Crockers, but definitely the Crocker Life. And I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay because doing these projects and doing things that we need, we just have like a mental list of everything, and it's a list that we've had for a long time.
Yeah.
And especially some of these things that we're doing, they may not be the biggest project in the world, but they are to us. And to literally check that off the list is crazy.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels really good. And
it's like whenever you do have like the list in your head, as you're going throughout your day handling things, it's still like you feel that list almost. It's like all the things you have to do just kind of back there weighing you down, stressing you out.
I feel like there's a little bit of hair in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh.
There it is.
There. Good job.
I was like, oh, I can't get it out. But yeah, to be able to knock stuff like that out feels great. You, unfortunately, will be gone the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days.
I'm out of here, man.
Yeah. She said, I had enough.
I'm out of here.
I guarantee you'd probably be rather be working out here today than you do what you have to do today at work.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a nice thing, I guess. Whenever she leaves, because I don't have to deal with her anymore.
Yeah, that's a nice thing.
No, it's a nice thing because it's man, there's just hair and all sorts of stuff in my mouth. It's one of those things that when they're gone or whatever, and you actually miss somebody, it's like a good feeling. It's not like I always ask you like when you leaving, but in a way of like, okay, I got to plan ahead. If you're leaving, let's do this. And then when you're gone, I'll do this.
Yeah, we got to think of the things that's like, okay, you're going to need help doing this. So
Yeah.
we need to tackle that while I'm here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't work. Like, it's been over a week at the hospital, so it does feel like I've been out here for
A good while, yeah. But
so this would be good to have a little break.
Yeah, it would be real nice, but...
So you said
No.
yeah too fast.
Mental checklist up there. Get her away for a minute.
Check. Just weighing you down.
Oh, Black Goat's been jumping on the back of the other one. What y'all doing here?
They've been butting heads.
But it is nice whenever she leaves and stuff, and it's going through stuff, and whatever the project may be or whatever, or doing something, or just even like I can tell you right now, I'm gonna have to go to the gas station and get more gas for the generator, and it's stuff like that normally we'll both go do. Normally we'll both run in Tractor Supply and be looking at the 75% off. It'll be working on a project together, and it's just a good reminder of like, oh shoot, I do like this person in my life. Oh shoot, I do miss not having you here right now doing even the simplest thing, running to the gas station or whatever. I don't know.
Sometimes he needs to be reminded what he's got. You know what I'm saying?
I need you to leave to remind me.
Yeah.
So next time I ask you to leave, it's because I love you. Okay.
Next time I leave, it's because I love you.
Yeah. It's just good to know that it is that way, and it's not we're not just counting down the days until you get the hell out of here or whatever.
Yeah.
We've come a long way as far as how to work together, how to communicate, how to handle when one of us is stressed over the other or whatever. And I mean, yesterday's project, it was like, I'm hurting. My body hurts. It's like it was hot as heck.
Dude,
out.
Yesterday it was so hot.
And
it was bad.
And it could have been, there was stuff we were doing that was like time sensitive, and it easily could have been a project that got stressful and got to the point where I could have got irritated or whatever. And from what I remember, I don't know how your perspective was, I was like excited the whole time.
Yeah,
and there's
zero irritation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no little snaps.
No.
The little bite backs.
She didn't yell at me yesterday.
I didn't get yelled at yesterday.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
That's a good project.
Yeah. We didn't even need to do it. I was just testing her. Is this, are we getting better or worse?
Better.
We passed the test, baby.
We passed it.
Yeah.
Stronger.
I might marry you someday. But to do all that and stuff, I think this is what I really think.
Tell them what you really think.
I got real frustrated and had guilt on my shoulders and all that stuff when we're trying to do the fencing and trying to get all this stuff done, and everything felt like it was like we have to hurry, we need to get this done, we don't want Lambo at Juno's for too long, and it really slowed us down, because when you get frustrated you can't think correctly, and then you got to take a break, you got whatever, and it's like, I mean, fencing sucks no matter what, but doing all that stuff. But now that we're doing stuff and the animals are here and they're doing good, and it is really taking shape and everything. It just seems like everything's in line the way it needs to be. We have stuff planned every month for the next couple of months of stuff to do outside of here, and that helps a lot. Like, it really does, to where it's almost like when something does happen, it's like, whatever, in X amount of days we get to go do this, or whatever, let's just take a break and go do something. I'll give y'all somewhat of a hint. Part of the project yesterday was in the animal pen, and just the fact of how Reba was acting, and to catch it on video and everything, it was...
She is funny.
Yeah, it was like it made you forget you were working.
Yeah.
And it was like, also, it's like you got excited because Reba was excited, and she's a new cow to us, and we're getting to see her personality and how she's doing stuff. And it's just, you really got to try to look at things different, and when you can look at things with a level head and a lot less stress and stuff like that, like, it really, really does help. And unfortunately, stress will always come up. Unfortunately, different projects will go wrong or have to be rushed or whatever. But the majority of the time, if you can just, I don't know, I guess I don't know the right words, but just really learn how to enjoy life in every situation. It's not bad. It's really not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, and we we were working on stuff yesterday, and someone drove by on a side-by-side, and we waved, and then they came back, and, not that we're not wanting to be friendly or anything. We're just like, oh, we're right in the middle of working on this. But we ended up talking to him, and it actually worked out really great on our end. We learned some things that maybe later we'll talk about, but we also found out that what are the odds?
Yeah. You guys remember that Crocker Left video with the goat and the dog?
Down at the intersection, and the big old white dog, puppy-ish, was with the goat.
It was their dog.
It was their dog. They've been looking for him.
Yeah. They said we have a Pyrenees, puppy, can't keep him in.
Well, they asked us. They said, y'all don't have the Pyrenees anymore? We used to see them all the time up here. Mm-hmm. I said, you didn't see them down at your place, did you? And they're like, no, not recently. We normally would just see them out here in the front. And we're like, no, there's somewhere over here. They ended up being under the deck.
Yeah, they came out.
They do not like coming out during the middle of the day. And then, they started like, yeah, we used to have a Pyrenees. And we're like, was it a younger dog?
Like, boy?
Did y'all have a goat? And they're like, no, we didn't have a goat, but our daughter said she swears she saw our dog with the goat one day.
Like, we saw him.
I literally petted on him.
Yeah. And, they said the same thing. It was just like, you just can't keep him in. And they have, I think they said 40 acres.
Yeah, 40 or 60 or 80 or something like that.
Still out and roaming. It's
yeah.
Like,
they're like, there ain't nothing. They're like, unfortunately, he used to run that way. And it's just... It makes you feel a little better that you're not like annoying the neighbors when your dog goes off, but at the same time you don't want your dogs to go off.
Yeah.
And so we told them, we're trying to build a fence, we're trying to get it tall enough.
They're like,
but they'll probably still jump.
Yeah.
And they're just like, that's just what it is,
They're very nice neighbors.
Yeah, they were super nice, and then they told us some stuff that would be very beneficial to us that maybe in the future we could talk about and maybe acquire and stuff. So that was cool. That definitely perked me up yesterday.
And we talked about that for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's there's when different opportunities come up, or you meet people, especially when you're neighbors, you meet them and they're nice. And then I don't know if we talked about this and anything else. I don't remember. But we were going into town 2 days ago or something like that, and we got to drive dirt roads, and there's a big old pond, and there's a truck on the side of the road, and it's some younger guys, and I've seen people out there before. They'll get like a little John boat, throw it out, and go fish. So I told her, I was like, I'm going to mess with them. She's like, don't do it.
I was like, don't do it.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, they're just younger guys. I'm going to be funny. She's like, no. So I rolled the window down. I said, hey, you're supposed to be fishing out here? And they're like, yeah, we have permission. I said, no, I don't think you do. I know the owner of this. And they were like, no. They were like, no. And I'm like, I'm just...
I was like, he's kidding.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just kidding. I was like...
I hate that, that awkward space in between.
But that's what's always...
Who's this?
But that's what's always... That's what's always funny. Because you try to act rude, but it's in reality, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'm just joking. I want to know what y'all catch. Because I've seen them out there before, and they're like, oh, we catch bass, a bunch of bass, and weeds. And then the guy was like, wait a minute. And he's like, you're on YouTube. And I was like, yeah.
Like, the Croc?
Yeah, they're like, the Croc? Or the Crocs? And I was like, yeah, the Crockers. And they're like, we just watched your tornado video or whatever. They're nice. They live up the road from us. They're like,
big old dove.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
They're like, yeah, don't you live around here? I think we live right next to y'all. And it's just cool whenever you meet people, and everyone around here really is nice. And I feel like we at Shooting Ranch was awesome. Don't get me wrong. We literally almost never saw anybody. Just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that was just definitely in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but being here where we are a lot closer to people, but everyone is super nice, and we are building up by the road at Shoot Dang Ranch. No one knew if we were there or not. We were half a mile in.
Yeah.
But when people drive by and stuff, like, it is nice when they're friendly and we get to talk to them and meet them. And, I would say almost every single person that has stopped is like, just chit chat. We're like, yeah, we don't really know too much, because they'll start talking about people around here or things to go to. And we're like, yeah, we don't know much. And then they always end up saying, if you need anything, just come down. No matter what it is, it's like our gate is this one. And it's interesting because you don't get that in a city. You don't get that,
Say the house in Town. I think you have talked to one neighbor.
Yeah.
And I think I've talked to one neighbor too, but it was more so telling me that the grass wasn't good. So it's just like, that's the difference. And I have lived there
years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. We've been here for months.
Yeah.
And then we've talked to how many people, and it's if you need anything. And then in Town, it's
just, you don't even wave at each other. You just go on by.
Oh, there's Chris.
Yeah, I thought that's who you were gonna say at first.
No, so we do. Yeah, there's one friendly neighbor over there.
Yeah, but it is just a difference, and a lot of y'all know that live in the country and stuff. And I mean, it's all the time. It's stupid, but it's funny. We just whatever. But every time we go, drive to town or whatever, we back roads and. Everybody knows when you drive past someone, just kind of wave a little bit, just hey, and man, when people don't wave back, I get a little upset. You didn't wave, and you're just staring. Yeah. Don't stare at me and not wave.
This is country roads. You gotta be waving.
You gotta be waving.
That's like rule number 1.
Yeah, it's funny because like growing up, I thought about this the other day. Growing up. My parents, because we'd be playing in the front yard, my parents never told us, when people drive by, wave. It's just every time they would drive by, we would stop playing. We'd be playing football when someone drives by, we just all stop and wave, no matter who it was, every time. And if you're driving back roads, you just wave, whatever. It's just like in the country, it's just like bred into you. It's just one of those. And because it's like you never know who it is, and especially as a kid, we didn't know everybody. But
it's just it's like being friendly to your neighbor.
Yeah, and a lot of people you do know, so you're just like, oh, hey, but you just wave to everybody, and not that people in the city are rude or mean. A lot of them are,
waving all day.
Yeah, you would. So people just don't do it. But there is something about that of being in a small town and getting to know people. And we went the other day. We stopped at C&J's for a minute, and this lady came up. It's like, hey, can I sit next to you? Because we just sat like at the bar area, and I was like, yeah. She ended up being the funniest person there was.
She made my night.
Oh, yeah. She was hilarious. And anytime we see her in town, we'll just be, oh, hey, and you start to get to know people. And don't get me wrong, I also love the fact that a lot of people don't know us here, because then you can just go do something, come back, and I like just being a number. Sometimes sometimes I'm just not in the mood to talk, or we're busy or whatever. But then it is also nice to be able to chit chat with some people and get to know them and all that. And I truly feel like us being new to a smaller town, we get the best of both worlds. And I don't know. I absolutely love it here, and we still are very naive to the town. We only know so much. If we have kids and they are going to go to school, we wouldn't know teachers. We wouldn't know how the school system is. It's just we'd have to go off of what other people tell us. And
so Juno's, anytime we have a question about stuff, they kind of like, oh no, they're doing this here, they're doing that there, and
then we do whatever the opposite they say. We're like, I don't trust your judgment, so we're gonna do this. It's interesting, and I don't know if just people steer clear of Flint, but we'll be like, y'all know the Junos? And they're like, nope. And I'm like, all right. Most people try to steer clear from Flint.
No, most of the time, then we're like, the people over here with the candles?
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're still, I guess they've been here for 10 years, something like
know.
that, 8-10 years, from what I remember them saying. But even that's still somewhat new to a small town when people have literally lived here their entire lives.
Generational.
Oh, yeah. Like, there'll be
There's a lot of people here.
most people that stop and talk, you could tell real quick because they'll be like, where, you had other property, where's it at? And we'll talk. They're like, oh, over by, and they'll start naming all these names. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're like, what road? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I said, you know where this building is? And then take a right, you see that bridge? And then most of the time they figure it out. But
Country directions.
and I'd be like, you lived here your whole life? They're like, oh, yeah.
My grandparents.
Oh, yeah. One guy, that older gentleman that pulls up, he's been ranching. He's got cows around here. He lives in a 100-year-old house that his family built, and he lives in it now. And they have a ton of acres and stuff. But you get to know people like that, and I don't know. It is wild because it's like my family grew up in a small town, and a lot of the Crockers are down there and stuff. And it is interesting, you know, if we can have kids and we raise them here, they're not going to have that same upbringing than I did. It will be because, you know, whatever, small town, all that stuff, but it won't be like, oh yeah, the Crockers. Like, everybody down there knew the Crockers, whether they knew one of my uncles or cousins or whatever, and then up here they won't. And maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know. But it really would be different in my eyes, I guess. You grew up more, I mean, it was a small town, but it blew up.
Yeah.
So,
but everybody still, like, knew us.
yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, now if we were living there and had kids, there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't
I guess
know.
because my mom also went to Bixby.
Yeah,
So there was that, too.
yeah.
Um,
But Bigsby blew up way bigger than Rivera ever did.
Yeah.
So it'd be a lot different. But I don't know, it'd be interesting, you know, if it could happen, to see how that plays out. But I do feel really good about the town we live in and everything. And that's why, honestly, we want to have the meetup here and bring y'all here and you know, let y'all experience some of it. And some of y'all have and driven through and stopped at Coops and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm excited for all y'all to come to the area and check it out, and everyone go to C&J's, and just that's our time to show y'all a little bit of what we got going on, because we don't really get to. We're the new ones here. It's not often that we get to show off the town. Normally, it's other people telling us about the town. This is our time to show it off, and I'm pretty excited about it. And
Yeah.
and it's stuff like that we are excited about, that keeps things when we're working on projects being like, this sucks, it didn't work, whatever, we have this coming up, and I don't know, I'm pretty excited. And we got materials here, we got a project done. Unfortunately, you are leaving, but hopefully I can finish enough of what I'm gonna work on that when you come back, it'll be done. You get to see the progress on that. We got a lot going on throughout this month, and I would be stressed. I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, man, the days are just ticking by quick. And normally I would be stressed, but I'm not. I'm gonna take advantage of this time as long as I can.
And say it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
The stress will hit.
The
Yeah.
last couple days or something, I'll be like, oh my god. But until then, I'm not gonna let it get me. I'm gonna be in the best mood I can, try to get stuff done and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of something that you guys can comment if you made it this far.
I don't know.
Our pool. Yesterday, we have not.
Oh, a lot of people are saying we need a filter or a pump and all that stuff. We do have that. It's and people are saying we need to put chlorine in it. That's what caused it.
Well, we put the shock,
Yeah.
which is a little bit. I think they're probably talking about the tablets, the chlorine tablets.
I think I looked online and still said that would do it.
I mean, it
too.
might, yeah.
It's, again, just the metals in the water. There's something you can put in the water that helps with that. Called
Metal out.
Yeah. We just need to get that. So we have the pump, and we had the stuff in it.
It's just our way our water is.
Yeah.
So
It's the way the water interacts with the chemicals. It brings those metals out,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah. But if you made this far, comment down below. Get that pool ready. Because
Yeah.
yesterday,
It was so hot.
yesterday, like, man, if that pool was set up again, that
It's
sure
just
would be nice.
One of those days, even if you just like stop and you're like in the shade, there's just sweat's just dripping, dropping from you.
Oh, yeah. My shirt was soaked just from
you
top
could,
to
like,
bottom.
wring out everything, and it's just like, this is...
But it was worth it. We
Mm-hmm.
got a project done, and you guys will see on the Crocker Life. And huge. To some people,
Huge.
maybe not. To us, huge check off of the list, and it feels good. So we will catch you guys on the next one. Again, let us know if you're coming to the meetup. That way we could tell C&J's roughly how many people.
One of these days, we're going to make a Facebook group.
Yeah, I'll try to
event.
I'll try to do that today. And then again, may or may not be a video coming out on the Crockers, but definitely on Crocker Life. And we hope you guys have a great weekend if y'all don't hear from us. And yeah, I don't know. Things are going well. We're getting stuff done. Very excited. And things are definitely going in the right direction and very smooth. So we're waiting for that moment to not go smooth. And we're preparing for it. So
Someday is around the corner.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Huh? Like, someday, Ranch, like someday things will happen and get done. Someday is around the corner.
Huh? All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye.